I always watched television, but I wasn't watching television for the story or the entertainment. I was actually dissecting the props, the dialogue, the monologue, even the lighting. As a 7-year-old boy, I was not, playing basketball outside. I was actually, trying to dissect each and every segment on television. And at the end of the day, I remember when I was 7 years old, my mom was like, Anthony, she always called me Anthony, why do you watch television so much? And I'm like, Mom, I want to become a part of the television world. And I'm like, and Mom, what are those names at the end of the show? And she's like, those are the people that help make the show. And then I'm like, Mom, one day I'm going to have my name at the end of the show.
We are heroes and dreamers. We are restless believers, stronger than ever. Never say never. Don't look back now. Don't look back now.
Oh, I also have one more thing about Meg, just to add. So Meg and I used to be enemies, or
Finding our place and running the race. We'll take our chance and seize the moment. Hold on tight and don't let go of all your hopes and dreams that light the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap!
We are heroes and dreamers. We are restless believers, stronger.
So welcome to All Abroad Podcast, you guys. My name is Sweeney May.
I'm Kat. And I'm Meg.
Yes, and we are so happy to have a very special guest today that Kat is actually going to introduce.
So we are going to welcome Marc Anthony Nicholas, who is the supervising producer of The Talk on CBS. The two-time Emmy Award-winning producer has extensive television credits with over 15 years of experience. Marc Anthony has been a force behind a number of successful talk shows such as The Kelly Clarkson Show, The Tyra Banks Show, and The Ellen DeGeneres Show. During his career, Marc Anthony has overseen a wide range of programming from real-life stories at The Kelly Clarkson Show to Tyra Banks' fashion runway shows to big surprise giveaways to the studio audience. In addition, he has cast on-air talent for networks such as NBC, CBS, MTV,
Wow.
Fox, Bravo, Facebook Watch, and more.
Meow.
Ooh,
That deserves a
yeah,
meow.
I know.
From Kat.
And in 2019, Marc Anthony was inducted into the Asian Hall of Fame and recognized as one of the 100 most influential Filipino Americans 2020 alongside Bruno Mars, her, and Darren Criss.
Filipino, huh? Make sure you guys share this live
Filipino.
because this is going to be a really great interview. Oh my goodness.
Yes, I am so excited. So, without further ado, let us welcome Marc Anthony!
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I love this outfit right here. You're blooming because there's plants on your
Literally
jacket.
blooming. I love it.
They always say, bloom where you grow.
Oh, there you go.
So grow, grow, grow.
I love it. I love it.
Don't go, go, go.
Just grow.
We're already off to a good start. I love this.
I know. He's already making me sweat over here. Okay. Well, let's sit down. If you guys notice, we have these beautiful Emmys behind us. Right here's one, and right there is another one. There you go.
How did you get into this industry and what was your big break?
Well, I got into this industry. I always wanted to be in the entertainment industry. So actually, I was born in the Philippines. I came here when I was 4 years old. And so when I came here with 4 years old, my mom and dad worked double jobs. My dad was a truck driver. My mom was a banker. Correct. We lived in a one-bedroom apartment. They slept in the living room. I slept in the bedroom with my sister.
That is so sweet.
Yeah.
That is so awesome.
So I always watched television, but I wasn't watching television for the story or the entertainment. I was actually dissecting the props, the dialogue, the monologue, even the lighting. As a 7-year-old boy, I was not, playing basketball outside. I was actually, trying to dissect each and every segment on television. And at the end of the day, I remember when I was 7 years old, my mom was like, Anthony, she always called me Anthony, why do you watch television so much? And I'm like, Mom, I want to become a part of the television world. And I'm like, and Mom, what are those names at the end of the show? And she's like, those are the people that help make the show. And then I'm like, Mom, one day I'm going to have my name at the end of the show. So I've had my name at the end of the show on Kelly Clarkson, The Talk, and the Ellen DeGeneres Show. So it is a blessing coming true to actually making my dreams come true too.
Wow, that's amazing.
What the one bedroom story is
I love that. I know. I was like, I want to meet your parents. They're so sweet. Like living in the bedroom so you and your sister can have the room. That is just so awesome.
Yeah.
Talk about like their sacrifice, you know?
Are your parents still around?
My dad's around. He's turning 75 years old this coming November. Unfortunately, my mother passed away 12 years ago of breast cancer. Yes, so that's very difficult for me. But, she's here right now, and I always live her legacy as if it was like any other child because I feel like a mother's love never dies.
And speaking of legacy, tell us about these Emmys behind us. Like, what made what was the show that won these Emmys?
Yes. So I won 2 Emmys. One was 2016 and the other one was for 2018. And we were voted Outstanding Talk Show of the Year. So we beat shows like the Ellen DeGeneres Show, The View, The Real. We even beat Ryan and Kelly as well. So those 2 years, and we've been nominated 56 daytime nominations.
Well, what does it take then to be an Emmy Award winner?
Being an Emmy Award winner, being a Filipino Emmy Award winner is very difficult because as you know, the entertainment world is filled with a lot of non-Filipinos like Caucasians and other ethnicities like that. So as a Filipino, it's my duty and my mission to actually represent us. Just to let you know, I'm the first and only Filipino producer on The Talk on CBS. Correct. And it's been on... Yes, girl, yes. And the show, yes, ow. Yes. And it's been on for 12 seasons and they've never hired a Filipino ever. Yeah. So now we're coming up to season 13 and still, again, I'm the first and only Filipino of all the producers on The Talk on CBS.
The only, well, you're not the only Filipino on set, aren't you? Are you?
I'm the only full Filipino on set. The other one is half white, half Filipino, and he is deals with props. So yeah.
So being the Filipino on set, what kind of Filipino-ness do you bring into the team?
I do love bringing our generation and also our culture to the Filipino community and also to our 2 million viewers. We garnish 2 million viewers every day, and that's all over the United States, including Alaska and Hawaii. And to get that 2 million viewers, I myself love to book Filipinos, such as Chef Valerie on Yamashiro and other Filipinos out there that want to break it into the entertainment industry. I feel that it is my responsibility also in casting because I did cast for MTV and Bravo and other major shows like that. So I feel that we need to be represented and we need to get our names and our voices out there. The glass is scratched right now, but we have to break that glass ceiling.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of Filipinos on TV, I almost was on TV because you guys were doing the Celine Dion challenge. And I said, I did it too. And then you were like, I wish I knew. Then I would have shown you. Darn it. Anyway, next time.
Did winning these awards change anything?
Truly, winning these awards actually changed my life. Never in my wildest dreams did I think that I would win any Emmy Awards. I was just a small town boy with big dreams. And to actually be on stage in Los Angeles, in front of millions of viewers, in front of the whole entire Daytime Television Academy, it is a dream come true. And being on stage, I was the only Filipino up there. And for me, it did change my life because now I give hope and I give aspiration to those little 7-year-olds, to those 17-year-olds out there who want to have a dream and who want to have an occupation in the entertainment industry. So here I am, making my voice heard because I want everyone's dreams come true too.
I love that answer. And also, having met you, what I really loved about your energy when I met you for, I don't know how long that was, the Spotlight Award from Tito Much. You weren't shy to say, I'm a 2-time Emmy Award winner. And sometimes in our culture, we tend to be humble and not really like own up to the things that I'm an award winner, I do this, and I'm responsible for this. And I like that about you because then when you do that and when you say that, I think it inspires other, oh, it's okay. It's okay to speak up and say that I did these things because maybe then I can inspire other people. So were you always like kind of standing in your own, like, you know, that pride that you have for winning, or was that a challenge to come to that point?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are always saying like, oh, why do you always want your title to be 2-time Emmy Award winner, 2-time Emmy Award winner? Well, also, and also, it's not arrogance; it's confidence. It's confidence in the way you walk into a room. It's confidence on how you speak. It's confidence of how you're maintaining and sustaining your dream. Also, and for me, winning these 2-time Emmy Award winners. I mean, how many people do you know have 2 Emmys? Except me, but in all honesty, I don't want to be the only 2-time Filipino out there. I want everyone to be a 2-time Emmy Award winner. And success is not about the Emmy. Success could be being a mother. It could be being a graduate. Success is anything you feel in life. So my success for me is being a 2-time Emmy Award winner, but success is drawn into millions of categories. And I just want everyone to reach that pinnacle of success, whatever it may be.
I'm curious. You know, you kind of shared with us about your beginnings with you're a 7-year-old, and instead of going out and playing sports, you're at home watching TV and dissecting everything that's in a TV show. You know, of course, that was you realized at that moment that that's your passion, right? To be in the part of the TV industry and the entertainment industry. What are the steps you had to take to get to where you are right now? Like, what were like, you know, where did you start? Like, what are the qualities you had to develop and the characteristics you had to develop in yourself to be where you are right now?
And I must say, that's pretty special to know since you were, many of us didn't know what we were going to be when we grew up. So that's pretty special.
Yeah, I always have this thing when everyone asks me for advice. It's called the A, B, and C's. So basically, the A is for attitude. You always have to have a positive attitude whenever you want to reach your dream. Attitude, a positive attitude will get you anywhere and everywhere, and all you have to do is believe in yourself. Once you have that positive attitude, I feel that you could believe in yourself while others are believing in you as well. B is brains. Not only do you have to work hard, but you have to have the mindset for it as well. Being knowledgeable about your craft, being knowledgeable about your career, being knowledgeable about your dreams. If you're there blindsided without researching anything, you won't get anywhere. So you have to have the knowledge and the brains to get you where you are. And also C, so I did A, B, C. So C, it is the confidence. The confidence is that you have to believe in yourself and you have to make your mark. You have to make your mark in any career that you have, whether it be entertainment or anything of that nature. But those are my A, B, and C's whenever it is whenever you want to reach your dreams.
I do have a follow-up question on the C. Speaking of confidence, what advice can you give others who may be struggling in owning up to their achievements and successes? Like they're actually award-winning, they're actually really good, but they don't say that, and they don't say that about themselves.
Right. And that's what I always think. I was a shy kid growing up, but you know, you have to learn how to use your voice. You have to use your voice because if you want something, you have to say it. I was working actually at Olive Garden, and this is how I got my this is how I got my big breadsticks, soup salad and breadsticks. Yes. Now inflation, it's like $10.99 probably. But yeah, so I used my voice. Basically, I was a cocktail server, and the production coordinator became the cocktail server became a production coordinator. And I told her, Lindsay, please think of me in your reality show if you need a production assistant. And then 2 weeks later, she's like, hey, Mark, I know you're still working at Olive Garden. We do have a position open as a production assistant. Do you want to like come and interview it for it? So long story short, I used my voice and I used my personality as well, because that's when I broke into MTV casting. I started as a casting assistant and moved my way up to a casting producer. I told the casting producer, oh my God, I really want to work on a talk show. 2 weeks later, I got a call from the Tyra Banks show, meeting Tyra Banks herself, and my like thighs were quivering and I was like shaking.
Just your thighs?
Just my thighs. Yeah, so I used my voice when I was working at Olive Garden, MTV, and the Tyra Banks show, because no one is a mind reader. You just have to speak into existence what you want.
I love that. I love that. And speaking of you being casting director in MTV and everything, can you tell us some memorable story that happened, behind the scenes? Like, is there something that sticks out? Like, we want to know. I want to know. Like, the things that happen behind the scenes that we don't get to see.
Yeah, so there is a lot of things that happen behind the scenes, especially on a live television show. At The Talk, we are live television shows. We tape at 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. And it is nuts because we are a 200 staff crew. And when Sharon Osbourne was actually working there, she was like, oh my God, Mark, I have to pee. And I'm like, Sharon, we have 5 seconds. So I literally like pushed her out on stage and she was like walking like this. And then after that, like they're like, the hosts were like, and Sharon, what do you have to say? And she's like, bloody hell, I have to go to the restroom. So literally she was holding her backpack and she was like wobbling backstage. And then she's like, it's all your fault, Marc Anthony. Now everyone knows you pee. Everyone pees, Sharon. But she's like, I'm so embarrassed. But that's what you get for working in a live show. You just never know what you're going to get, which is the fun thing.
That's a fun story. Now I'm going to look at Sharon Osbourne
In a
as the
different
woman
light.
who had to pee.
Was there anyone that you felt starstruck with? Like, who was the one person that was like, oh my gosh, this has been my idol? And
Besides
then,
Tyra, that made your thighs quiver.
Quivering thighs.
Yeah. Well, I've produced a lot of celebrities, and I think the 3 celebrities that stick out when I was producing them was Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez, and also Taylor Swift. So those are those are the ones that stick out. Gwen Stefani is really nice, and she was promoting her Vegas tour residency, and she gave away tickets to the whole entire audience. So next time she comes, you guys have to be there and get the pair of tickets. Yes.
You need to tell us. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. Actually, I would love to know more stories besides Sharon Osbourne one of these days.
After all that you've achieved, what keeps you grounded?
What keeps me grounded? I think.
But he's still defying gravity.
Yeah. I think what keeps me grounded is just realizing life's too short. Life's too short for any petty situations or anything like that, because when I'm angry or when I'm upset, I always ask myself, in 5 years from now, is this going to really matter in the next 5 minutes? And if the answer is yes, then I completely make sure that it's situated. But if it's not going to be a big deal in 5 years, I just don't mind it at all. And I just want to take the opportunity here to say that, my best friend actually passed away today. She passed away today, but I knew that I didn't want to cancel because I'm not like that. And her name is Heather Gray. She is the executive producer on The Talk, and she's my best friend. So without her, I feel like I don't know what to do, but her light shines on. I've known her since 2006, and we worked on the Tyra Banks show and also The Talk.
What are your pet peeves on set? I want to know.
Oh my God, my pet peeves on set. We have cue cards, and I hate when the production assistant's handwriting is not very legible. Because the hosts are reading it, and one time it was a live show, and then one of those goes, I can't read that. So you have to have like nice penmanship when it comes to like cue cards as
Yeah.
well. Also, not Filipino time because I know most Filipinos are like late. So
Yeah.
you just have to be punctual at that because you have to be the first one to walk in the room and the last one to walk in the room as well. And that's some of my pet peeves though.
It's so funny that you mentioned that. There's like a video meme that's going around of a newscaster that was reading a teleprompter. It says, "Check your panties," but it's supposed to be pantries. Check your panties because your rice might be over, like something like that. I'm like, oh my gosh, hilarious. Best typo ever.
I know, right?
Well, what's your going back to Sweeney's question? Actually, I'm interested. How do you spend your days off? I know you get probably really busy. I mean, the entertainment industry world is so busy.
Yeah,
So, what do you do to kind of relax and
right.
Yeah.
I do love going on staycations over the weekend. I've like San Diego, Del Mar, even like Vegas, like a nice ride or a nice train ride to that destination. But I do love restaurants as well. And I'm also, in the middle of writing a children's book. So that's going to be my free time. The talk is off for like 4 weeks. So I just want to button that up. Yeah, just 4 weeks. Yes. Yeah. It's a busy
lot of
guy.
work,
It
yeah.
is.
With your children's book, I'm curious, is this something that you've always wanted to do, or is this something that's new avenue for you? What is
No, I've always wanted to write a children's book. I think, of course, children are the future. I know it sounds so cliche because Whitney Houston sang that. but it is true. It is true. I mean, I'm not a parent myself, but when I see my friends who are mothers and fathers and just seeing their eyes open when they see their child, I mean, it's the greatest. And for me, hopefully being in Barnes and Nobles one day, my book, hopefully it'll inspire people, inspire little kids to dream big because that's what my theme is going to be: dream big and never give up.
The theme will be overall kind of like a generic theme and not so much like a Filipino theme. Or are you thinking of like some Filipino-ness in there too?
No, I want it to be catered to all. Mhm.
Yeah. If you were not a TV producer, I know this is more of a hypothetical question because you are, right? But like if this was not your path, what would you have chosen?
So I would probably be a interior designer.
Do you get a hand in like the set then?
No, I don't. Girl, I don't have time for that. But it does interest me. I wasn't good at interior designing at first, but one of my best friends got me into it. And I just love seeing colors and I love going into like people's rooms and people's hotel rooms and just, looking at the color and the sofa. And is it tufted or is it buttoned? Is it blue, aqua blue, or a shade of blue?
I just in a different context. I love to go in people's rooms.
Bastos.
I've always had this fantasy of like just knocking, like going to Beverly Hills area and just knocking on people's doors. I'm like, hi, I just want to go inside your house. Can I look at your house and just like, give them a big smile?
You know,
And I always thought that they probably would just let me. Like I'm like, please,
You have a kind, innocent face.
there is like a TikToker or like an influencer that's the guy that everyone with a nice car like, excuse me, what do you do for a living? I think he's starting to do that with like people's homes. Like, I just want to know what you do for a living to have this.
yeah,
So I mean, if you want to,
maybe.
if you actually have time, I don't know.
I
Yeah.
have one follow-up question to that one. So you said interior designer. That's really awesome. I love that. But when it comes to the production part, like being a TV producer, if you were to sum it up to our audience, what are the 3 main things that you have to do or you have to do as a TV producer? Basically, sum up your job in like maybe 3 main tasks.
You read my mind actually, because I was gonna ask that at some point. 'Cause I'm like,
hello.
and in case people didn't know what a producer actually does, instead of just running around with a little thing, little headset. What do you do?
I mean, there's many responsibilities to a producer. One of them is you have to write scripts. You have to be very detail oriented, know your sentences, your periods, your dots, your everything. Because this actually goes to the CBS network executives and also the executives on the talk. So you have to be a well-written, diverse kind of writer when it comes to being a TV producer because your scripts are going to be on the teleprompter. Also, I always tell everyone just be presentable. Our hosts like it when people take care of themselves in a fashion because they're thinking if you're taking care of yourself physically, then they could take care of any other show because the way they say dress for success, I truly, truly believe that you have to dress for success because would you rather, just from experience, hire a person with like a 3-piece suit or hire a person with like a 3-piece bathing suit?
I totally agree with that. I think that like in life, you have. I mean, I'd rather be overdressed than underdressed anywhere, anytime.
Right. And also, and the last thing is just to be kind. Be kind in your work and be proud of your work. Because if you're proud of your work, people will recognize that. People will acknowledge that. And you just have to be yourself and not anybody else.
They will see that passion.
What has been the most ridiculous rider that you've seen? Rider, yes.
In case you guys, you know, sometimes when you have those celebrity guests and they have a list of things they want in their room, like I want to know what's the most ridiculous thing.
What's the most ridiculous thing request you've?
Oh, it does come to me because if I'm producing a celebrity, there are some. So basically, there's this celebrity. I can't mention his name. So basically, he's a it's a Grammy winner. He requested M&Ms, but all the M&Ms had to be blue. So our production assistant had to take out the brown ones, the yellow ones, the red ones, and then also he wanted his coffee with 3 ice cubes, which was crazy. Very specific. Right.
Wait, but when he gets to his coffee, are the 3 ice cubes still there?
Correct. That's why he wants an iced coffee every 15 minutes, a new one. So that was like, so he is one that was a crazy writer. So basically, one that wants a specific colored M&Ms, 2 wants 3 ice cubes, and 3 wants an iced coffee every 15 minutes.
This amazes me. Any more? I want to hear more. Ridiculous writers.
Are there more? I know.
I'm taking notes so I can put it in my writer. No, just kidding.
No, I don't think there is. That was like the most ridiculous one.
He's like, how can I be more ridiculous?
Can you?
Yeah, just as a joke, you know, just like here's my writer. 2.5 ice cubes, okay? It has to be 1 inch ice cube. What has been your favorite show that you produced so far?
I think my favorite episode was Taylor Swift. You know, she did have an album. I think it was 1998. Yeah. So as a producer, not only do you have to write scripts and questions, but you also want it to go viral as well. So basically, I was like, how am I gonna? She's promoting 1978. How can I include 1978 in this segment? So basically, I thought of something. Is it this or is it that? So basically, we had like a candy bar, Hershey's candy bar, and it would be was it before 1978 or after 1978? 98 or 88? What? Google it.
How was Taylor Swift?
She's so nice. She actually gave me a life-size autograph picture of herself, and it's hung in my room.
We're dyslexic. 1989. 1988. Sorry, Taylor.
Wait, what year was it? 1989. Because that's the year she was born. I even have a picture of it. Go on my Instagram.
Where do you put it? In your office?
It's called Taylor's Loft. So yeah, so basically Taylor's Loft is literally the size of those 3 windows is her autograph picture. Yeah, and she signed it. But if I sell it, how much do you think it's going to be worth with a picture? A lot, probably. Yes, with a silver marker. Let me see. I'll put on OfferUp and let's see how much I get.
Wow, there you go. You heard it here first. All Abroad Podcast. What would you say? What advice would you give to people who want to get in your industry? Maybe they're already doing, production here and there, but they're not on TV and they want to be on TV. Or is being on TV, the best thing? Or I don't know. I just want to see like what advice you can give to people that want to get into what you're into.
That's fairly easy. If you want to break into the entertainment industry with no particular experience whatsoever, you just have to go to a website called Staff Me Up. Have you heard of that? So staffmeup.com is a website that I use to hire people that want to break into the entertainment industry. So people that put in their resumes over there are production assistants and producers and executive producers. So if the talk wants to hire somebody, they'll go through that database and hopefully your resume will be the lucky one to get an interview on our show.
Like, how do you choose, like, out of everyone that's like in there, what makes you pick one person?
Oh, I have keywords, talk show, production assistant, networking. So keywords like that that'll help me weed out the other people, but mostly talk show. I would put down.
So with the talk, how many years have you been with the talk again?
I've been on the talk going on 13 years this September.
Oh my goodness! So how many people do you have in your audience?
We have 180 audience members.
How do we get tickets?
You just go on thetalk.com and you'll get tickets.
Oh man, I thought he was gonna say I have it in my pockets. You can have tickets to the next show.
Yes.
So who are some of the guests that you're looking forward to having the next season?
Well, we're actually, I can't say because our premiere for season 13 is on September 12th. So our premiere is going to be huge. It's going to be amazing. But we have musical acts, celebrities, musicians, Grammy winners, Oscar winners as well. So once we have that information out, we're going to be able to disclose who's going to be premiering on our show. But just to let you know, in foresight, past people that have premiered on the talk was Jennifer Lopez, Ricky Martin, and other big name celebrities. So we're gonna make it pop.
Now it's Bennifer again. It's Bennifer again.
So, you've been with the talk for a very, very long time. Do you see yourself, if this show is gonna go on for many, many more years, do you see yourself staying with them, or do you want to venture out and do something else?
Right now, I feel like loyalty is everything when it becomes your career. If you're loyal in your career, you'll be noticed even more. I started out as a producer on The Talk, then I went to a senior producer, now a supervising producer. And then the next step would be an executive producer who runs the show. So for me, it's all about loyalty. But not to say if there's an opportunity that comes my way, I will fully entertain that opportunity and see what's best for me in my future.
And 13 years in the talk and you're moving up. What is your process of keeping the show fresh?
There's a lot of talk shows out there. We have big competitors that are coming up. Jennifer Hudson's having her new talk show as well. So that's gonna be premiering in September as well. Who else is premiering? Sherry Shepherd is gonna have a new show as well. So we have to keep a fresh insight. We do actually have people that look at other talk shows and we see what they do, so we won't copycat them, because the last thing we want is for our show to say like, oh my God, they copied us, and we don't want to do that. Yeah, correct. And at the talk, I did brand a segment which I love. It's called TikTok. So I pitched that and the network loved it. It was TikTalk. And basically what the hosts do is that they do TikTok challenges on stage. And then the audience and also our 2 million viewers vote for who was the best one.
Get them involved.
You.
What? I'm just kidding. That's cool. That's good. When did that start?
That started this year.
Awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of challenges out there, so that's exciting. Super exciting.
And you're into TikTok.
Oh yes. Because you're like looking at me like I'm scared a little bit.
Should I be? Yes, I think I am.
Should I be confessing yes, or should I be saying no? I just like to do some of the dances when I can. Yeah. We need to do one. Yeah, we should do one. It's about damn time. See, yes, let's do it.
Do you guys know how to do that?
How to do that?
I don't think, like,
It's super
She does.
easy. I
She
can
does.
teach you. We should do one before you leave. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we are at the point where we're gonna play a little
Yeah.
fast talk
This
with you.
was so fun. It's so fun. Thank you for being here. We are gonna do a little game. This is kind of like Would You Rather. Okay, so I'm gonna start. Would you rather live a week in the past or in the future?
I would want to live a week in the future because I've done the past already.
I love
Boom.
that.
Mic drop. Adobo or sinigang?
Oh, adobo all the way. I love adobo. Chicken. Thighs. Yeah, quivering thighs. Because I'm a thigh guy. Hey.
Wow. Okay. Confession.
Boxer or briefs?
Boxers.
Lion King or Aladdin?
Aladdin.
Morning person or night owl?
Oh, morning person. I like wake up at 6 in the morning. Without an alarm.
Oh,
Because my
wow.
passion wakes me up.
Oh.
Mic drop again.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Singing or dancing?
I love singing, but I'm a horrible singer, so I'll say dancing.
Oh, we're gonna do it 6 today. Yes.
We should end with you guys doing TikTok.
Right?
Maybe.
Or just a different reel. Yeah. Would you rather be stuck in a romantic comedy with your enemies or in a horror film with your friends?
Oh, horror film all the way. I am a die-hard horror fanatic.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Banana Q or Kamote Q?
Oh, what is that? Wait.
Okay,
What's it
ba-
called?
Banana Q is banana barbecue,
Okay,
right?
banana
Which it's like sweetened banana
Fried in
and
brown
fried
sugar.
in brown
Got it,
sugar.
got it.
Kamote Q is basically like sweet potato, but
I never,
fried again.
I never
in
had that
sugar.
before.
When's the last time you've been to the Philippines?
We need to take him.
Am I,
We're kidnapping you.
you should kidnap me. I honestly.
But you're paying for tickets.
Oh yeah, let's just get it sponsored by Philippine Airlines.
Yes! I love Philippine Airlines!
But only those 4 weeks though, because he's so busy.
Yeah, I know. Just the 4 weeks.
4 weeks with the 4 of us.
Whoa! Did anyone record that?
Awesome.
Last one is what is your go-to karaoke song?
Oh my God, All by Myself by Celine.
Sample! Sample. Oh. Okay, never mind. We won't make you.
All by myself.
Don't wanna be all by myself
Yes.
anymore. Wow, that's a very challenging song for your go-to karaoke, huh, Mister? I don't really sing, but I'd rather dance.
Well, those are all our questions. Wow.
Yeah, before we end, though,
That's
was there
awesome.
anything that you want to say that we didn't get to ask today? Any message that you
If
want
there's
to?
anything, that you wish someone would ask you in a talk show, that you're the guest, just like
Gosh,
right
you guys
now.
Putting me on the spot. I don't look at the future too much. I take it step by step every day. Just look at the steps you're going to, and you don't have to see the overall picture because that overall picture will actually come to you once you see it. And you know what they say, the view is better from the top, and that's your reward. When you're climbing that hill of success, no matter what it is, once you get to the top, you'll know that you're gratified and you are one to actually succeed in anything you do. So for me, I would just take it step by step, day by day, because tomorrow's not guaranteed.
That is very true. What a way to end this. And you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to All Abroad Podcast here on KUMU USA. We are going to post this later on too, if anyone that missed it or whatever. But thank you for being, this is Marc Anthony, guys. Two-time Emmy Award
Mark,
winning.
where can our viewers find you if they want to follow what you're doing?
In his room.
In my room, oh yeah, so with the barbecue bananas. Sexy. A room.
Think about you. I must confess. I'm a happiness
for you. You can follow me on Instagram at Marc Anthony Nicholas. Yes.
I'll tell you guys what it
Demi.
says. The National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences. This one is 2017, 2018 Daytime
It's
Emmy
almost
Awards.
like you worked out coming up the stairs for
I
this
know.
one.
Outstanding Entertainment Talk Show, The Talk, CBS. Marc Anthony Nicholas, producer. Bavam. Where's Zoom? Where you want to zoom in? My goodness. Do you know beforehand that you were gonna win? No, you just sit there and but you're nominated, so you're like,
Yeah, so we're just nominated, and there's 5 shows, and no one really knows until the winner goes to The Talk.
the winner goes to The Talk. All right, turn up the music now. Turn up the music. There you go. Yes. Which one are we at?
I'll be alright.